Tire Studios, powered by Town Fair Tire. Nobody beats Town Fair Tire. Nobody, as we said, here until 7 o'clock. Mets playing right now, failing again in Colorado, down 5-2 in the sixth inning. Yankees, ultra impressive. The big comeback last night, 1 the seventh, 2 in the eighth, 2 in the ninth. The walk-off home run, the power in the first inning today when they got 2 homers, could have gotten the third, got one robbed. Stanton gets one robbed, and they make that stand up on a day when Severino didn't have his best stuff. The Yankees didn't put up any more offense against a good pitcher, but they make it stand up because the two things that just jump out at you, really three about this team. And this team now completes a 72-game stretch that is just really extremely impressive. But number one, their comeback ability. It's a very, very long, very tough, very talented lineup that will get you at some point, will wear you down. They'll take advantage of a mistake. They'll hit a mistake out of the ballpark. So getting, especially at Yankee Stadium, getting 27 outs against them is very, very hard to do. It's a very tough chore for any team. And it's just, they have so much length and quality to that lineup and so much power. The other two things are the power, which shows up and exhibits itself every day, and the pitching, especially in the back of the pen, because Betances is right now as good as he's ever been. And Chapman has been superb. So when the Yanks get a lead, they nail the game down. That's all there is to it. They win that game. Betances is in an incredible run right now. He's just put together really the best run of his career. And it's, he's had many good runs in his career. Seems to be over his problems. Romine threw out the guy stealing on him in the inning he pitched, so that was a nice little feather in his cap. And I'll tell you this though, Romine did a heck of a job because the guy actually got a good jump, and most people do. But he did throw him out. He did a very good job. He kind of popped up on the tag. He might have been able to get in there if he had made a good slide, but he kind of popped up on the slide into the tag a little bit. But they did throw him out. But what you have here is a Yankee team that's never out of a game, a Yankee team that hits home runs just, like they're going out of style, and can nail you down once you give them the sixth inning almost every day. And that's a tough combination. And as the smoke clears here, as the Yankees go to Tampa and Philly before they come home to play the Red Sox, the Yankees have won 50 games and lost 22. The last time they had a record like that, it was 98. They have gone 41-13 their last 54. The last time they've had a stretch like that was, you guessed it, 98. So again, in terms of where they are right now, this team, even with pitching issues in the starting rotation, from injuries to at times inefficiency to inexperience, they are right now on a pace to easily win 100 games. Now, no one wins easily 100 games. They're going to hit a rough patch somewhere. It happens. Very few teams win over 105 games. But the idea that you're talking about winning 100 games, and they'd have to back off to just win 100 games, they are on an incredible run right now. And just swept a quality team. So things couldn't be going better right now for this team. The young guys continue to do their job. They have depth. They can fill in when, they can fill in for whatever they need to fill in for. They need an outfielder, they plug in Frazier. They need a starting pitcher, they go plug in one of these kids, and they do a decent job against the rest of the league. They have depth in the bullpen. They have power up and down the lineup. They've been able to do it without everybody clicking at the same time. Yes, they've gotten, sensational performances out of Torres and Andujar without any question. And they've gotten a lot of other performances sprinkled in that have been good, from Romine and guys like that, and just guys who have stepped in and just had, added in for a couple of days and just done a good job. But they are right now a very deep, athletic, young in a lot of spots, powerful team that, let's be honest, is as good as anybody there is. I mean, whether you're talking about the Red Sox, whether you're talking about Houston, those teams, they have every right to think they're as good as the Yankees, but the Yankees are every bit as good as them and will probably get better as the season wears on. Mets, as we said, with their staff, which is going to get hit in Colorado. They don't, they just don't match up power-wise. They don't match up lineup-wise. They fall short in that area. So it's going to be a tough matchup against Colorado, and it has been in these games right now. And they trail this game again. They got a Frazier home run to open the game, but not enough. Right now they trail 5-2. NBA draft this evening. We got a couple hours to kick that around if you wish. Will there be trades? Who knows? Will the Knicks pick 9? We'll see. Who they will pick at 9, we'll also see. We know who the Suns are taking. We know they have their guy. After that, and everyone seems to feel pretty confidently now from everything you see and hear, is that Bagley will go 2 to the Kings. So let's just, leave that there. After that, there's a bunch of players, not spectacular players, but guys who could be useful players. I think there's a bunch of them, but I'm of the belief the guy at 20 is probably as good as the guy at 6 or 7. I mean, I think it's that kind of draft. I don't see a whole lot of difference. You can't tell me that Young is going to be that much better than some of the guys that I could give you in the late teens or 20, and he could get picked as high as 6 or 7. And he might not even turn out to be as good as some of these other guys. There's a lot of guys that fit the same mold. There's a lot of guys that, might have one knock on them or one thing that they don't do. I mean, now they're looking for the same thing in all these guys. They want people who have length. They want people who are versatile position-wise. They want people who can defend more than one position. They want people who can make a 3. That's what they're always looking for. That's what everybody's looking for, the same thing. And there's a lot of guys like that because that's the way the game is played now. So that's where we are. So we have that coming up at 7 o'clock. If you're so involved tonight, we let that, if you get, it doesn't get the attention that the NFL draft does. Few non-events do. The NFL draft is something that, just goes on for months and months in terms of debate beforehand. But it'll be interesting to watch tonight to see how things unfold, especially where the Knicks are picking. So we'll get into that a little bit. And the baseball, see if the Mets can make a comeback. Won't be easy. Yanks again sweep Seattle in very impressive fashion. Made the 4 runs in the first inning stand up after coming from behind to win the game last night. So they continue to roll along after sweeping a good Seattle team and putting up their 50th win as we open summer. So here they are on the first day of summer with 50 wins, which means it's going to be a very good summer and maybe even better fall for the Bombers. 5 o'clock, here's the McMahon.